Hello, hello. I should probably put this on the other screen so we can see. There we go. Hello, hello. I'm boring. I mean, I'm Jelton, I guess. Gonna do polls, not even play what I wanted to play before. I haven't even played Marvel Rivals yet, even though what the fuck's it called? Time frame's not even up. YouTube thumbnail been up for like 2 weeks, whatever. Just play conflict games then. There's this poll for this character, I guess. Back from work, I guess, and then back from not being ill. Get this character. And do an event. If it's short, then I'll probably. Oh no, I can't even do the Arknight stuff. I can probably do integrated strategies or do this roguelike mode. I have one more. This might be it. There we go. Got it.
This place brings back memories of my old house. Say, does this place have a retirement?
Oops, sorry. I thought you finished talking. Alright, let's try and level her up now as well. Let's do just wilderness that no one likes. I like building the wilderness, just the new minion systems are not great. But whatever. I got up to high level. Got it out of the way. Although it's now asking me to build another place I don't have space for. And then complete all purchase orders for 4 days in a row, and I'm like, nah. I can't even do one purchase order properly. Great. So to do that quest, you have to like trade everything on there. You have to max this out for them, and then that'll count as one. I can barely get one of these. You really need to just save up enough resources. So stupid. And I never use auto-select products because it always just chooses one product every single time. Granted, I probably need a lot of these. Do sounds I can see the chat in case anyone talks. Not surprised by a random viewer in the live stream. I don't know what's with me. End up having like a viewer and then I'm just like, I don't want to stream for 2 days. Here I am, I shut in. I don't know why I'm streaming. I shut in. Okay, let's go to the critter dwelling. Get you in there, and then that's done. I'll have to look at this for another day. Do this automatic daily thing. I think the problem with gaches is like trying to explain stuff to new people. It's just like, yeah, this is like this. It's a different name, but it's like this. This is the daily thing to unlock this. Really bad.
Resistance is futile.
Really loud. Turn the volume.
Noble or lowly, feel its pain and know its regret.
Nice move. Fight for the unarmed. His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
For thy sins, in full. I'm losing my patience.
Fight for the unarmed. Using troops.
What's this? Just a new character event? Yeah. Oh yeah. This game is good. Alright, let's level up Lopera.
Oh, finally!
Oh, I
Thought
need to
you'd
put her in the
forgotten me or
wilderness as
something.
well. Go back to the wilderness and put her in the wilderness just to passively use her first. Get rid of Pioneer and Lopera. Where the crap is she? There she is. So how you doing? I've been working randomly, then not really doing anything and work. That's her event. And then while the crap that they added here, okay, I need to finish off this. My rewards. Let's level up Lopera now. Get whatever you are.
It's
Oh,
always lonely to stay somewhere quiet for a long time.
yeah. Portrait. Anyone else?
What are you
like to know?
looking for? I might be able to help.
Oh. I5 now. Okay. Hey, Lopera. Oh, yeah.
Oh, finally! Thought you'd forgotten me or something.
Yeah, so I'll just be farming that. Go for those.
So long live this. And this is
Nice move. Never hesitate.
I'm gonna have some bucks.
Nice move.
You barely see it.
Never hesitate. His trumpets sound. The judgment day has the sword is drawn.
The story begins with a battle dog with a disguise. Each moment, now night.
Really? We did it! That's
Enough
great!
for that. Need Solidus. I think you need to farm somewhere else with Solidus. Right. Better to farm the crafting materials 2, 3, and 212. Oh, I could use one of these. I don't have enough. 2, 3, or 212. 212 hard. Do that
Take
once.
thy sword. Duel with someone fair
See
and
if I can
well.
craft some.
The
Each
judgment
moment,
day
now
has come.
night. Bodyguard! Where is the bodyguard? So long lives this. And this is power to do. This is the gift well prepared for you. Certificaron hay conservo con ingredients this time. So long lives this.
Never
This
hesitate.
is power to do. Each moment, now night.
The sword is drawn.
Pretty long for an
His
edition.
trumpets sound. The judgment.
I will pray for you. Sorry.
Where are you? You are again.
Oh, finally! Thought you'd forgotten me or something.
Perfect. Insight level up.
Thank you for your support. I hope one day we'll find the answers I need.
Go back. I'll do that. Wrong button. That. Lights. Need more of these. These. Need more level ups. These.
So long lives this.
The sword is drawn. Nice move.
Welcoming. Premio sereno intenso.
Never hesitate.
So long lives this. Each moment, now night.
That's a lot of damage.
Never hesitate.
Premio sereno intenso al infinito.
Dang, dang. His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
Break it.
The sword is drawn.
Really? We did it! That's great!
Boss. And she can level up. You heard E2.
You've got to let go
okay.
of the past. Carry the memories worth carrying. The best is yet to come.
Yes, the toucan. Okay. Yeah, toucan. Of her area where she lives. Alright, now that's getting crazy. I just need to level up her other thing as well. But get this first. Have enough for farming. Use up all these. one of these.
Never hesitate. Dang, dang, dang.
Break it, break it.
Dang, dang.
There it is.
Never hesitate. Fight for the unarmed. His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
The story begins with a battle dog who gets his first
Fight for the unarmed. Dang, dang. His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
It's time to say goodbye. Don't miss me, really.
I need like 6 more to use. Should, yeah, that should be enough if it's just 6 more. Oh, one button.
Fight for the unarmed. Nice move. The sword is drawn. Fight for the unarmed.
And everybody gets old.
His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
The story begins with a battle dog who gets his first at last.
The sword is drawn. Fight for the unarmed.
Oh, I like Lopera.
His trumpets
I
sound.
haven't really found a good mineral healer except Lopera.
Judgment day has come.
It's time to say goodbye.
There we go.
Don't miss
That's
me,
exactly what I
really.
needed. I don't think I can get any more. I should probably grab some. Yeah. And then I need 3 of these. Nope. I need to get platinum emojis. Coins for what are they called? That's good enough at the moment. Level up whatever's they're called. Brain. Gene thing. Oh, I actually don't have enough of those. Okay. 1, 2. At the moment. Not that great, but whatever. Get the dailies done. Dailies from here done. Add these. And okay, let's do her event then. Should I even talk in her event? 250k. Oh, and do the anecdotes as well. Next up, day. And you. The main bulletin's done. Okay. I'm gonna get to double S. So it's this and then mask on. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do her survey first, just to get that. Yeah, I've played her a bit. I know what to do. Self-buff. Get along, bit rate, good. I should read out a little bit more. Triggering a bullet effect, retain the final bullet of that bullet to help convert excess critical rate into critical damage at a 40% rate for each type of bullet. This conversion rate increases 10% for 5 times. That's 3 rounds. First Annie herself. Built around the flaming bullet, investigation bullet with ritual bullets. The shoot this. This challenge says it's still reflected at the end of the round, cast with one bullseye.
Such a
weird song. What is the damaging one?
It is here.
A sharp blade.
Ready, aim, and got some trouble brew.
What'd you think about this?
My crucible really has a mind of I never miss. Most of the time, anyway.
Not even close, bro.
Not even close, bro.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser.
First.
Wait for the pop. Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme d'Opera.
Everybody's super quick there, but whatever.
Time to heat up the forge. A sharp blade.
It is here.
That's right!
My turn. 8th Street style.
That hurts, huh?
Oh, it's 15%. 15,000 in it.
What a tragedy. Ready, aim.
Time to heat up the forge.
It is here. Soffoca il sangue. Soffoca il sangue. Stay put. This will hurt longer, I mean.
Why don't I introduce you to the lady in my life?
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine. Get ready.
You're on a
This
ride
is
to
going
the
to be
corner
a
of
crowd
butt kicking
pleaser.
me.
It's got some trouble brew.
Nice tactic.
Wait for the pop.
Melt it down, forge it up.
Never used to.
Fresh from the crucible.
Anyone feeling cold?
Kind of bad if it's blue flag.
Come on, this is the one punch. Nice tactic.
A sharp
I can
blade.
hear it.
Cheer and witness my victory.
Okay.
That's what it's all about. Life or death battle and victory.
Okay. Autoplay this. Some talking, as I recall.
Sorry, sir, but I respectfully decline this operation.
See.
Lopera.
Orlean General will call us deployment list, Lieutenant. I haven't been speaking long, but the young mage's throat is already drying up. He run through this composition 100 times in his head. Wearily, he straightens the stack of lists and briefings in his hand. These people are working with the Apostles' Brotherhood, smuggling weapons, plotting to kill Xeno soldiers and attack our outposts. The intel has The intel is crystal clear. Am I the only one around here who isn't completely local? These suspects are all just ordinary people, fishers, boatmen. They got nothing to do with the Brotherhood. Believe me, I've spoken to General Carlos about your concerns, but he's adamant that our informant's intel is correct. And Carlos has a Panara pinecone where his brain should be. Have I been wrong? Tell me when.
Lieutenant, watch your tone when speaking about a superior officer.
The edges of the Major's mouth twitch. He suppresses a disrespectful smile and lowers his voice. It's just like any other security operation. We snatch up a few suspects, do some interrogations, then let them go if there's nothing fishy. A security operation? This is your first day in Sao Paulo or something. If Carlos sends our people into that city, the locals will be feeding us all lead by the day's end. And you wait, because when they first all the General Carlos are screaming, it's a riot.
Lopera!
Lieutenant, orders are orders. I don't have any leeway with our objective, but I will do what I can to make sure this plays out as peacefully as possible. Besides, you shouldn't need to get your hands dirty. You have your own mission in the city to retrieve someone named Sandro.
What?
Sandro, who is that? They're keeping the details on a need-to-know basis. I guess Sandro had some unpleasant run-ins with the Brotherhood. Zeno wants to find him and bring him back for his own protection to prevent any retaliation. Need to know? Yeah, I know exactly what I need to know. I know that Carlos needs someone to do his dirty work and I'm not doing it. Let some other grunt bite that bullet. I'll be in Sao Paulo picking up some slowly verde. Farah taps the cauldron in her arms as she flutters off without hesitation. The Major doesn't stop her. He knows he can't, so he returns to his operation notes while rubbing his temples with one hand. Hotel room. The journey from the Sao Paulo is a well-worn path for her, as often those streets that lead her to a safe and hidden spot in town. She calms her grieving as she dials in and is met with a raspy, busy signal. Hot, sticky dust rises from the Sao Paulo streets and seeps through the cracks of her window blinds, mixed fragrantly with engine exhaust and the smell of old fruit. Hello?
Molly!
Farah, why are you calling me from an unsecure phone line? Never mind that, I need to tell you something about Sao Paulo before I set off. Before you set off? What is that, Farah? You're not causing any trouble again, are you? That idiota Carlos is the only cause of trouble here. General Carlos? You've mentioned him in your reports. Father thinks. Vague, heavy sound from the other end interrupts your sister's conversation. Yes, it's Lopera. Understood, sir.
It's me.
The voice that comes next is deep yet distant and filled with restrained power like thunder rolling over the horizon.
Father.
I was going to have Molly tell you. This concerns General Carlos' operation. Yes, I'm aware. The Sao Paulo base already submitted. Is Carlos's paranoia on the rampage again? Can you see that, can't you? I have to stop him, Father. If this continues, I'll have the whole city plunged into chaos. Father? The Admiral's silence is unexpected. Lopera thought he would be more decisive. In her eyes, stopping Carlos had become the highest priority. You are on the deployment list, are you not?
Of course.
A sense of unease crawls up her spine like a spider. She knows where this conversation is headed.
Yes.
Then you are refusing your orders? Lopera bites her lip, unable to answer. General Carlos is your superior officer. This does not change even if he is a fool.
It's a soldier's duty to follow orders.
An officer gives orders, a soldier executes them whenever it is charging a beachhead or abandoned a position. I can't find what's really happening, though. I'll prove that this intel is wrong. Are you a soldier, Lopera, or a saboteur?
Lopera, if you cross that line, it could be considered treason.
What? No, I didn't even think of that.
Reason? The word strikes at her like a bell hammer ringing through her skull. Her fingers grip the edge of the table tightly, knuckles losing colour. It can't be. What is the mission? He sniffs, mustering the courage to continue.
Sandro.
And to find someone named Sandro. Then find a Sandro as instructed. Complete your mission, report for duty. Do nothing else. The name becomes a slender lifeline, a path back into his graces.
Yes, Father. I'll find him.
I will look over your reports about the journal after you complete your mission. Oh dear, is there anything else? Muffled sounds come from the receiver as the phone is handed over.
You know he's right, Pera.
Yes, I know, but how long will we keep turning a blind eye to the damage that Carlos is doing? Venus is as slow to replace personnel as it is to restock supply. There's no one available to take his post. But I promise I'll discuss the situation in Sao Paulo with Father again when it's suitable. There is nothing emptier than a promise awaiting suitable conditions. Good luck with your mission, Para. Be continued. I mean, literally the next mission. Let's see, I want to get my thing complete no stage. How many missions? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Game of Dice, Part 1. Lose. The sightseeing boat docks along a densely wooden riverbank from the deck. It could be mistaken for the depths of the jungle. Excited tourists poke their heads out to look around. For those seeking the appearance of adventure without venturing deep into the perilous Amazon, the outer environs of Sao Paulo is a fine substitute. That's right, bring a few photos back with you. I guarantee your friends back in Europe won't notice a difference. Your jacket. But when it's all said and done, this ain't the Amazon. It's as fake as the crocodile bag I bought the other day. Can't believe I fell for it, even after he said Hermes secretly buys all their hides on him. The old captain pats the tourist's polyester suit with a friendly hand, ignoring his less than elegant pronunciation of the name. Crocodiles, my friend, if only you had come to me earlier, I would have let you be cheated like that. In fact, I know of a certain daring individual who keeps a few genuine broad-snouted caimans out in the rainforest, the kind that can crush a turtle shell with a single bite. I'd be happy to make some introductions. By the way, my friend, you're carrying American dollars, aren't you? So what, is all this Cruzeiro just completely useless? Not useless at all, it's great for kindling, confetti, even waste paper for your parrot. Just take my advice, friend, exchange what you have for dollars before it sinks any lower. But don't let those suits at the bank trick you. A friend of mine specializes in exchange currencies. I guarantee you it's a better deal.
Let me think.
He and his enthusiastic guide has been friends for a good 3 hours, and in that time his host even taught him the rules to double deck canista. Somehow this currency exchange proposal begins to seem almost credible. However, a face wrapped in bright orange interrupts the poet's fall. Excuse me, sir, mind if I speak with Captain Rogero for a moment?
Hey!
Hey kid, you lost something or something?
Lopera!
I didn't know you were interested in seeing my shabby old boat. Are you two related? Why would she be related?
Sorry, sir.
What makes you think I'm related to this old picarita? What a shame. You know, I've always considered you like the violently hot-headed daughter I never had, Lopera. Don't go breaking this old man's heart. Yeah, whatever, just beat it, kid. Mr. Rogero and I have business to discuss. Why don't you go and play somewhere else for a while if you're good? Maybe I'll get you some hot cocoa later. It's delicious, double cream, double sugar, the stuff slides down your throat like porridge. The captain was just telling me about it, you'll love it. Senor, whatever Rogero has told you, advise you not to believe a word of it, including anything about his cocoa. Rogero rolls his eyes and grins. But why don't you try the Garanalis juice while you're here? I'll perk you up more than any cocoa or coffee. Did you say Winara?
Of course.
You should check further down the shore. There's bound to be a stall somewhere selling it. True to her word, there are many stalls bunched along the shoreline, which, not far from the city, serves a fine spot for small traders to sell their exotic goods at a good price.
Great!
Dog, well, I guess I should try something special to the area.
Goodbye.
See you later, Captain, and miss, if you have any granadilla juice, I'll be sure to bring some back to you, if I find. Anticipating the new experience awaiting him, the tourist disembarks and I rush towards the riverbank.
You do realize that you just let a big fish slip away, right? Silly little birdie.
Rogero shakes his head in recognition, but his tone lacks any hint of anger. Instead, he opens his mouth into a wide and knowing smile. I'm tracking someone down. Find him for me, and Venus will give you a lot more than a big fish.
Zeno?
The calm, kind expression vanishes from Rogero's face. His brow furrowing with perceptive caution. I have to find Sandro. Never heard of him. It's a lie as plain as day, said without any effort I can see.
Hey!
Really, Rogero? That's what you're going with, you know? You might just lose the last person in Sao Paulo so willing to trust you. If my intel is right, the last time anyone saw Sandro, he was getting off your boat. The weathered captain remained silent, squinting, perhaps pondering, or maybe Sao Paulo's sun is just too bright. How about this? Lopera pulls out a fancy-looking die from her waist and tosses it into an empty wooden cup table. High or low, clear and simple. If I win, you tell me where Sandro is. And if I win? Lopera slams her revolver onto the table. Now you know how much this gamble is worth to me. Ujiro offers a stiff smile, seeing no resistance. Lopera turns the cup over to cover the die. You're up. Lopera pushes the cup towards Ruggiero, indicating with a generous flair that it is his turn to roll the die. Ruggiero sighs, extending his rough fingers over the cup, thoughtfully weighing up the pros and cons of joining in. Why did they have to send you, Carlos? Couldn't find any other Brent? You got a problem with me? The Apostles' Brotherhood is looking for Sandro too. This is anything but a simple operation.
What?
You think I can't handle a few apostles? The girl's hand grasped the pistol wagered in the bet, spinning it around in her fingertips. They might as well be the bottles down at the Xeno shooting range. Actually, even easier. Xeno's got those bottles that fly through the air.
Silly little birdie.
Bullet, this is no place to be playing with guns. Let's do this. Jiro shakes the wooden cup Lopera places on the revolver back onto the table. After a few blinks of an eye, the cup comes to a clean stop. The die spins with a crisp whirling sound within. High. Then I'm low. The cup is gently lifted, revealing a die lying obediently on the table. Low. That's low, old man, you see? It's 2. Lopera happily returns the pistol to its holster without a hint of surprise. Ruggiero picks up Lopera's die from the table, rumbling it in his palm. Like all Ruggiero's luck is as thin as his blood these days. Now the bets. Don't try to cheat me. Where's Sandro? Ruggiero changes the subject again. I've heard Xeno is gathering troops for a move into Skokoro. That true? Carlos es un idiota. A momentary slip of the tongue sears through her brain like a branding iron. How could she let this low-level informant trip her up? Ruggiero sighs almost sympathetically.
This is really bad.
You don't understand a thing, Ruggiero. Now I'm done with you invading my questions.
Where is Sandro?
The hot sun of the southern hemisphere burns on Ruggiero's brow. He blinks at her, weighing his options before giving in to his honor. The Barata has hidden himself well. Follow me ashore and I'll lead the way. I don't need a guide, just give me a location. You can't, and you can get back to business. Sandro is hiding deep in the rainforest. You won't find anything but capybara droppings about me. Besides, I need to make sure the information I give you won't bring any harm to Sandro. She has dealt with Ruggiero long enough to know better. I never knew you had such a kind heart, Ruggiero. Old enough that I should start going to mass every week, little birdie. Maybe this old bastard is ready to turn over a new leaf. He tosses a die to Lopera. The cube rolls through the bright sun, tracing a shining arc. The girl reaches out instinctively, tracking the arc as the small object lands square in her palm. I was just about to remind you to return my die. She raises her head, looking up at Rujura's sunburnt face. The latter is looking down to the exposed die. Another two? You have good luck with dice. She holds her hand over the die, removing it from his scrutinizing gaze. Incidents. You let me call it. How did you know I'd bet high?
Hey!
I told you it was a coincidence. Rujura doesn't seem bothered by her trick. But be quicker to cover your hand next time, little birdie. I don't want to see a sweet girl like you getting roughed up over a bad bet. I've got a gun. Ooh. There are things in this world that aren't afraid of guns, Senora. Who knows what kind of monsters are lurking out there? You don't really think they'll scare me, do you? We must always be prepared for the worst.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
I think Sandro. Oh. Follow the gunshot in the rainforest. Oh, what was that? Yeah, okay. If I was entered the rainforest, choose a direction. The dense foliage and rain makes it easy to get lost. Every step requires a careful consideration. Each move costs stamina, so make sure you reach your destination before you run out of energy. Stop heading east. Half-constructed old tram left abandoned due to lack of funding. Each new location has its own unique set of events. Using different solutions will lead to different outcomes. Some events can be resolved by crafting the right item through the use of alchemy. Alchemy is not perfect, so you don't have to get the item you want, just try a few more items. Proceed with caution and carefully check everything you're on the way. Right? No? Should explore, I guess. And a few beds. It seems someone has made this place their home. Gunpowder, cocoa beans, garanda. Let's go east again. Finding Sandro. Guess I did it. Bang. That's already been said. Did you hear that?
What?
A gunshot.
With all the reverberations of these trees, it's impossible to tell from where or how far. Don't look at me, I'm just an ordinary human with and an old one at that. My hearing isn't so sharp. Gunshots are not uncommon here. It's always been like this. It's only gotten worse since the Apostles' Brotherhood arrived. This is what makes life on the shore so unbearable and why I escaped to the water.
Yeah, and?
How's life on the water, Capitan? The old man looks away back to the river. Before I came to Sao Paulo, I knew a man, older even than I am now. He lived beside a wide river running a simple business, honest his whole life, beloved by his wife and son. And one day he became another person just like that, as if my mind switched with a flash of lightning. He went out and made a boat out of his own wood, the hard kind that never rots even in 100 years. The day he finished it, he took that boat out and never went ashore again. The day I moved to Sao Paulo, he was still there, floating on the water. You're full of it, Rogero. You could at least try to make your story sound real. Well, it's realistic enough in my eyes. To me, the rest of the world that feels like make-believe. Maybe he was just fed up with life and decided to leave it all behind. Maybe he didn't want to deal with the troubles of the land. I've thought of doing the same myself, but I can't quite give it all up just yet. The man shakes his head, giving the story a strange and abrupt ending. This isn't the time to reflect on old stories. We must find Sandro soon. A distant, almost unreal gunshot echoes through the rainforest. Again? I heard it too this time, that gun. The caliber sounds like the same gun that Sandro carries. We should hurry, he might be in danger. A Xeno supply point, now deserted thanks to the rebels. You can take anything you want and not need to file a single piece of paper. Loot every spot. Do you really think the rebels wouldn't clean this place out before leaving? The heat and fatigue of the rainforest must be affecting your judgment. Take something. Ammo. Make standard ammo. Anything else? Wow. Okay, I got ammo. I'm tapping anywhere to close, but you're not closing. Yes. Let's go now. Two Xenos traitors are lying in ambush in the grass. You aren't the target. But once you meet their gauge, the game is on. Anything to create chaos. I got the wrong ammo as well. Oh, it's random. Let me craft something. Gotcha. Surrender. Everyone knows this isn't your style, but the trick works every time. Nice. Okay. Back, I guess. I got this. Wrong use. Metal bullet. Priest. A half-constructed old tram station left behind due to lack of funding. Enter and and a few beds. It seems someone had made this place their home. What's that one? Sweet protector. Please. A cup of cappuccino sits in a cane stump. It's overly distinct and bewildering. Observe carefully. After careful consideration, you conclude that this is merely a cup of cold coffee. Don't be discouraged. At least you gain some unexpected insight. Oh well. West. Stupefy tends to set up shop in the rainforest, catches your eye. You have reason to believe this stable life is reliant on the charity of rainforest friends. Strike up a conversation. Whether this merchant has picked the wrong place to set up shop, your charity is already helping you. Invest. In a shadow pool, a fierce crocodile blocks your path, poised to attack. Armed. Attack first. The bullet does its job, but your reaction was slower than anticipated. You see slightly wounded. Don't clash. A shepherd with a bow. Hunting for his lunch in a rainforest, he claims his father was the Apostles' Brotherhood. Never away with threat. Go the shepherd away, giving his back and you're not sure whether arrow would hit Freya on the head or somewhere else appropriate. Direction east-south. Okay, east-south. Half-constructed old tram left behind. Stay a while. Beggar returns, he helps you about his begging expected day and hopes to help him out. South. Prisoner Swamp lies ahead, too dangerous even for the fittest senior soldier to cross. For you, trusting your instinct may be the best choice. But always prepared, once again allowing you to overcome the obstacle on your path. Southeast. South. Shepherd with a bow. Where with that? East, north. On fire. Listen carefully. You should simply discern the right direction. This is of great help. Your full inspiration. North, it's like northeast. Yeah, right one. There we go. Small black pellet like a peppered kernel. Lopera holds it between her index finger and thumb, raising it up to her eye. See anything? Looks like a little pill, only wait, we'll know what it does if we try it. I wouldn't recommend that. I had a cat once that died from eating something it shouldn't have. I'm not a cat. She pops the little pepper kernel into her mouth.
Wait, don't do that.
Get that out. Don't worry, I got this. He crushes the mysterious pill between her molars. The reckless amateur alchemist's face contorts like a tourist biting into a fried ant for the first time. A bezo, this tastes like needles pricking into my nose. Oh. Oh, it's up in my nose. I can't seem to swallow it. I feel a little...
Rodrigo!
Why do you look so different? Dead.
Hmm?
Where am I?
You can't go out, Lopera.
Papa? Why would I go out? Oh right, I was going to the carnival.
Please, I'm only going to the carnival.
It's not safe outside. But Nieda and Laura have already been to the carnival and they said it was safe. They didn't invite you, did they? I don't know why. I wanted to join them. See if we can clear up whatever's bugging them.
Nothing bad's going to happen there, Papa.
There are police there, and I'm old enough to go now. Please, we can go together. I said you can't go, Lopera. You're not going to that carnival. Never? Why? Don't question me on this. You're my daughter, you will obey.
Isn't this manor large enough for you to wreak havoc in?
There's nothing to do here. I want to go out. What are you doing? No, please, don't lock me in.
No!
Lopera, listen to me.
Up. The two of them wrestle on the riverbank, but once has a clear advantage in strength.
What's going on?
Thank God.
You almost killed me, little bitty. What's going on? Luckily, you snapped out of it. You need to stop eating just any old thing that pops out of that cauldron.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
I'll have some water first. A retired hunter set up in the shooting range and his I do. Gather information. Impulse is no short of working facts. Where are we going? Make some more ammo then, I guess. Go east. After a long period of exposure and exhaust, it's time to consider your next steps. Sit down and rest. Road ahead is a long one. There's east there, isn't it? Distance close by, east. Long one, this is close by. East then. There's only freaking turn 2. Long journeys necessitate a little small talk to ease the nerves, and the older the travels, it seems, the more likely the topic turns to family.
Kid.
You never talk about your parents. You're not Brazilian, so what are you?
No. I'm originally from Colombia.
Bananas, coffee, and a military junta. Not so different, really. At least you won't get homesick. She has no desire to engage with the old man's banter. In her heart, she feels far more assaulted than the dry yellow steppes of Kakistan and country of Lopera. Admiral Igor and her children did not have a fixed home.
Zeno is my home.
As for Colombia, Brazil, it doesn't matter. Ruggiero stops his pace and turns around to inquire further.
How can Zeno be your home? It's just an army.
I once served in the army too, really. It's no different from any other job. People from all over the bunch together, just trying to survive. Many years ago, someone told me, join the army, you'll make friends for life, and no one in Rio will dare look down on you again.
But,
Life after retirement was not so good, and all of those friends for life dried up in the end. Then I heard someone say, go to Sao Paulo, the soda factory there pays in dollars, your children will suffer no more. Not long after I arrived, the factory closed. I didn't even get my last month's wages. Worse, I found out my co-workers had taken it. Ruggiero claps his big hands together as if creating a dramatic pause. At the end of all that, I finally understood. Family is the only thing that matters. No one else will ever truly care about you in this world. Once the war is over, once the factory closes, when you leave with empty hands and nothing more than you came with, and you worry every day about what your children will be.
Wait.
You have children? Jiro sweeps his large hand lightly over Lopera's head.
Of course.
Her daughter, she was about your age.
But
She
she never made it out of Rio.
She died. Sorry. The man puts on a smile. It was my fault. I shouldn't have joined the army, then the cartel wouldn't have gone after her to get to me. I know that she must be in heaven because she used all her persuasion to get God to send me my little boat. She had my blessing already. Maybe that's why I want to live on it like that old man, just waiting for the day that my own mind will let me flick that switch.
But,
now is not that day. I still need to help you find a Sandro, don't I? Right, we need to find Sandro fast. Okay. Reach the favela. So besides this friggin' thing, I can see how long I've streamed. Oh, this rainforest. Yeah. Two heads, one big and one small, peek out from behind damp, rotting planks. First the big dark one, then the small red one.
Hmm?
Is this the place?
of course.
Sure, as shooting.
Rodrigo!
I think you must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. There's no one here. Even if Sandro isn't here, it shouldn't be abandoned. There were people living here. But remember the gunshots earlier? Perhaps the Apostles' Brotherhood got here before us. Well, since there's no one, we don't exactly need to stick to the shadows. Come on, let's take a look around and see what we can find. The girl pokes her small frame out from behind the planks before Rogero pulls her back.
What?
Wait a minute.
Look closely, something's moving behind the clothes on that laundry line. Lopera squints as though aiming at an enemy, and widens her eyes in surprise. There is indeed someone behind hanging wrinkled clothes, wearing Xeno colors. Oh, see the colors? They're friendly, no need to worry.
No.
Things don't seem right, little Betty. That soldier looks strange to me. Trust this unlucky old thing's intuition on it. What the hell are you talking about? The girl doesn't intend to listen to him. She gets up and slips out of cover again. Rogero is quick to pull her back once more.
Wait, don't do that.
You trying to get yourself shot? Lopera attempts to call the Xeno soldier over, but an oily hand reeking of fish covers her mouth entirely.
Let go, damn it!
Rogero's strong grip renders her struggle futile. The two wait in an awkward, tense stance for the Xeno soldiers. The soldier does not seem to have taken any notice on their hidden struggle, but he moves cautiously still. Rogero's attempt to prove his judgment correct loses out of Lopera's struggling's impatience.  What just happened? freshly made smoke bomb releases a cloud of moth-scale dust, giving the girl a chance to break free from his clutches.
Hey!
You lost your mind, Rogero? Oh god. The alchemical explosion startles the soldier, who turns his gun towards the smoke. Who's there? The girl emerging from the pale smoke is unmistakable. Anyone who serves the Sao Paulo base would recognize her in an instant. It's you.
Hey!
Hey, it's me, Lopera. Put the gun down. Come on, I need your help. Some old fool has been threatening me. The corporal's frame stiffens, unmoving except for his eyes, which twitch wildly. Antonio, someone's here. Another nervous Xeno soldier emerges from the nearby house, rifle in hand. What are you two doing? You recognize me, don't you? Seriously, you guys are so... The Xeno corporal doesn't answer, but her training and instincts read the switching movements and telegraph his intention, preparing to fire. Have a fish. What? Huh? The fermented fish flies through the air, momentarily distracting the aggressors. Fire. The pair is pushed through a narrow door, a spray of bullets zipping over her head. What are they doing? We gotta fight back, kid. Where's that gun of yours? Team I can choose? Oh, okay, I can actually choose a team. Skip you, I guess?
Me? Is everyone else dead?
Yes. You, I
Your
guess?
every desire is my command.
The best team for this? I don't remember. What is the best team? Who's the best team for Lopera? Yeah, it's Isolde, Lucy, Anya. Okay. Yeah, it's Lucy,
Battery checked.
Isolde.
I can hear the cheering.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
What exactly are you guys trying to do? Sorry, Lieutenant, but I think it's in your best interest not to know. What are you talking about? Questions like that won't get any answers, kid. It's his boy that will make them talk. Go to sight, Rogero. Either help me or find a place to hide. I don't really have a weapon. You go hide.
Ready? Aim? What should I say? So untamed. So free. Charging. Ha! My Crucible really has a mind of its own. Take my hand to be yours alone.
Eliminate target.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser.
Loading.
A simple arcane trick. I've got some trouble brew. Wait for the pop.
I will be
be watching you. Fire!
Ceiling? No one.
Oh please, I know how to use it. What should I sing? Charging. Ready? Aim? Would you care to lie down? Then I found you. Aim and shoot.
And now, to return to my long-term mission.
Antonio is the first of all, toppling over into a heap, his soul seeping out with his blood pooling at his side. What of it? The other soldier remains wounded, alive. No!
Traitor!
The small but powerful tip of his shoe kicks the soldier in the shoulder, digging into a fresh bullet wound. The corporal curls his body over to the other side, only to be flipped back over by Ruggiero. Enough. That's 12 kicks already. One more and you might put him down for good. We still have questions for him. What's going on? Tell me everything right from the beginning. Well, first after I joined Xeno. No dear, it's not the whole damn story. How about this for a start? Why are you here? I was just out gathering supplies. Ruggiero sighs heavily as though he has already guessed the whole truth. And who were you gathering supplies for? The corporal averts his eyes, hoping silence might save him. Oh, that's how you want to play it. Lopera pulls out her revolver and presses it to the corporal's temple, the cold barrel breaking his will in an instant. No, I'll tell you everything. He knows well enough. This little birdie wouldn't hesitate to execute him. Antonio's body is proof. Spit it out. I don't know who gave the order. I only know he's from the Apostles' Brotherhood. They wanted food, sugar, rum, even people, everything. The Brotherhood? Lopera leaves a purple bruise on his cheekbone with the butt of the gun. Ah, you lunatic. How did you get mixed up with those bastards? Haven't you felt how things at Xeno have changed? You didn't notice anything? Of course, you're not like us. You're not ordinary, but we are. We only joined Xenos to make a living, to serve that lunatic Carlos. This is all his fault. We can't let him bring another massacre to Sapporo. The Brotherhood said they would help us. Be more specific. What is going on with Carlos? A momentary spasm of contempt flashes across the corporal's lips.
Carlos is dead.
Okay.
What?
Dead? That can't be. He was alive when I left the base. Then you've just missed it. I bet the maggots are already feasting on him by now. The corporal shivers from blood loss and the cold. The same chill slowly creeps up Lopera's spine.
No entiendo.
This doesn't make any sense. Ruggiero exhales a murky cloud of hot breath to one side, unnoticed by Lopera. Carlos.
If what he said is true, oh God, this could turn Sao Paulo upside down. Who would have thought Zeno would end up in a mess like this? And Sandro.
His coarse fingers rub the corners of his eyes. Seems like it, don't it? Jiro returns to Lopera's side and places his hand gently on her arm, lowering the barrel of the gun.
No.
You know the score, little birdie. They killed Carlos, then joined up with the Apostles' Brotherhood. In military terms, it sounds like mutiny. Ferris shakes off Rogero's hand and presses the gun hard into the corporal's forehead, the cold metal sinking into his skin. Soldier grabs for the gun, but his blood-drained strength fails him. In his weakened state, he is no match for Lopera. He fails to move the barrel even half an inch. Are you going to kill me? You're already an enemy in Xenos eyes. Judgment has been handed down. No, I'm not. I just wanted a way out. Please ask me anything. I'll tell you. Rogero takes over the interrogation. Rodrigo. Where is Sandro? Of course, yeah. Wait, Sandro? Who's Sandro? You came to this village to find him? The condemned man's expression is sincere, and on the verge of death he has no reason nor likely ability to lie. There's no one else here. No one's been here. We just ran away after what happened to Carlos. But you killed your comrades to escape the base, right?
Darn it. Traitor.
Lopera!
Rogero pulls her away before she can cause any more harm to the dying corporal. Please, whatever you want, just leave me here. He musters the courage to look Lopera in the eye one last time, his eyes swimming in a cocktail of fluids, blood, sweat, and tears. We were comrades once, right? I remember playing cards with you. You were cheating, but I didn't care. For the sake of those old games, you remembered my name, do you? Corporal throws his hand across his chest, grabbing the pocket of his uniform. Don't move a muscle. It's not a weapon, I just want to show you. The corporal continues to fumble at his chest and Lopera raises her firearm. Of their arms tremble. In this moment, the three of them freeze in silent agreement, only a trembling hand moves, reaching into an open pocket. A gust of wind gathers the stench of the rainforest decay, blowing humid, sticky air across the scene. The thick forest isolates their little unfolding drama from the rest of the world. There is no one else here but them and a fragile dying man who hopes he can tell her his name, Lucas. The air is so thick it feels toxic, and in the moment it feels like all of this is just some sick hallucination. Only a nightmare, a fleeting moment with no consequences. She doesn't have to pull this trigger. She could leave now, return to the base as though nothing happened. That idiot Carlos might even still be alive, but at the very least, things will be back in order.
Lucas.
The dark gun barrel forms a black sun in the xenocorporal's eye. And then the sun explodes.
You have to learn the consequences of your actions.
You can't anymore. You're dead. Disloyalty and betrayal can never be forgiven. Rogero squats down, first taking the corporal's pistol, then reaching into his chest pocket. It's a dog tag. Should we take it with us? Without a single word, Lopera grabs the dog tag and tosses it into her cauldron. She sits on the ground. Never before has a battle left her so exhausted physically and mentally, her thoughts as tangled as her ginger hair. Sandro isn't here. Her words sound like a whimper. I want to go back. Go back? No, you can't go back. Not yet. We've still got a ways to go.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
You have to keep looking for him. The girl jumps back up to her feet indignantly.
¿Cómo?
Lopera, listen to me.
Why should I listen to you? Last I checked, you weren't in my chain of command. Maybe not, but it weren't for me, kid. You would have walked right up to those traitors and probably caught a bullet like your general. His point was, unfortunately, irrefutable. She could only offer a huff in reply. We have no idea where the situation is now. Is your senior base now a rebel stronghold, or are they loyal soldiers still holding on there? And what is the Apostles' Brotherhood doing through all of this? Perhaps Lucas and Antonio knew more, but the dead don't speak to us. Alexa, I'm not blaming you. I only mean the jungle may be the safest place for us now, so let's get Sandro first. At least then we'll have another ally. Lopera's mind is swirling, still too chaotic to form her own plan. Rogero seems to offer the only path forward. She knows. Fine, we keep going. Right, going back to reverse, can you look at Sandro? Let's get off. There were dog tags, one bearing a coin-sized butthole, clearly nested belt took place here. Oh, carefully. You don't know where they came from, but you can help return them to their rightful place. Cunning fuck resembling a muse? 3 is offering you a good deal. What? No. Cunning fucks. Step the offer. Fuck expresses its gratitude for generosity, leaving a few worthless trinkets behind before vanishing into the depths of the east, north, going north. Go north. The thick gunfire serves as a decent landmark, but the echoes in the forest are simply overwhelming if you have good hearing. Listen carefully. After another harrowing battle, Lopera proves once again the capabilities of a loyal first-class Xeno soldier.
Sandro.
here either. He paces back and forth across the creaky wooden walkways, idly picking up small items to throw into her. Rogero returns after around 10 minutes. Lopera sees him emerge from the corner, his face beaming. Look what I found. Rogero grins, holding out a metal box dotted with colourful buttons and dials.
Hmm?
A radio, is it working? Luck is best saved for times like this. A shortwave signal that this should be able to reach anywhere in the whole world. He places the old-looking portable radio in front of Lopera, who is still staring at it with disbelief. I knew it was here. I've been to this village before, sold them this radio in exchange for some redwood and human hide. Oh, and some Yakabokabas, those things that look like the eyes of the dead. Lopera examines the unusual machine. It's far from Xeno's standard issue, but with a little time she's able to figure it out, save for one question. What's the power source? Rogero smiles and places a small crank between his legs. That's done it. It's a crank-powered radio, works in any conditions. The only downside is this old goat has to add a little elbow grease. We don't know the situation at the Xeno base. It's possible contacting them will just put a target on our backs. I need to contact Admiral Igor. Do as you think best, little birdie. Old Rogero will just keep cranking. Lopera turns the dial, modulating the frequency at a specific point. Long, short, short, long, then two longs together. It should be something like that. At the sending code, identification codes, Lopera waits, listening to the buzzing static and the drone of the crank. Lopera?
Father.
She second guesses herself. The voice seems so clear in the moment, in the static, nothing else comes through. I can hear your voice. Can you hear me, Father?
Hey! Rodrigo!
What's going on? I have no idea. All I can do is keep cranking. Crank, crank, crank. Father, can you hear me? Crank harder, Rogero. I'm working harder than a dog, girl. Situation? There's no time to worry about the signal strength. Lopera divulges everything that has happened so far as clearly as she can. Xeno troops stationed in Sao Paulo have mutinied. General Carlos is presumed dead, and the rebels have joined with the Apostles' Brotherhood. The old radio struggles as it bridges continents like a fragile spiderweb, seems unable to bear more than a few words at a time. You know, you... Me? I remain on mission looking for Sandro. Can you read me? Sandro, find. Be careful.
What?
I'm Sandro. Be careful of what? Static rounds out the line again.
Ugh, darn it.
Damn this thing, piece of shit. Ugh. God. Her attempt at concussive repair does more harm than good. The radio sputters out and the line goes dead.
Wait, don't do that.
You realize we can't get this thing fixed out here, don't you? Damn thing was useless anyway. Lopera hangs up the receiver and turns away in a breathless huff, their only means of communication is completely dead. Must be dehumidity, the circuits have arrested the hell. Gero drops the generator and approaches the pair, patting her on her hunched shoulders. Work here is done. Kara reloads and reloads the spent chambers of a revolver as she moves towards the edge of the village. Mine isn't. Come on, let's go find Sandro. Another warning shot rings out, and a flock of colourful birds screech and squawk as they soar above the canopy. Alright. Some more. Give me some vibrant pinata. I don't know what I got. And off again. The toe bumps into a hard hidden object and the grass is battered. Antique handgun that looks like it's been chewed on by a dark passage or struck a lock. Hold it in hand. Antique's gun suddenly misfires aside from. Slightly injured, you are mostly surprised at the sudden activity. Off. The diplomatic courtyard stands a tree laden with ripe berries. Whether edible is not or not, it's beyond your knowledge. Collect some. Don't want to take them no serious outside a gambling table, so you let them become alchemy materials. East, north. Continue to go north, then tells me to go east. Just north each time. We'll swamp. Unbroken flurry of gunshots echoes both near and far, producing a mirage-like sensation in the depths of the rainforest. Lopera strains her eyes, scanning for any signs of the shooters through the dense foliage.
Darn it.
Oh, we fire a couple of shots to let him know it's us. No, get a little birdie. Sandro is a scrawny little thing, and as timid as he is tiny.
Kid.
Calm down, he's quick on his feet. Very quick indeed. Only thing we can do is move faster. Maybe we'll make more progress in a boat?
No.
One wrong turn and you'll lose any chance of finding him. Then try this. Lopera pops a few cocoa powder candies into her mouth and tosses a few to Rogero.
Wait, don't do that.
I thought I told you not to eat any old thing that pops out of your cauldron. Stop worrying, I'm confident about these ones. They shouldn't give you an energy boost. He watches Lopera for a little while and seeing no adverse effect. Rogero hesitantly swallows the energizing candies and is starting to wane. Oh, this is really... How is it? Feeling a little lighter? The man's eyes soften unconsciously, taking on a glazed quality as he looks back at her.
Of course.
But
Nita.
Nita? No.
What?
Who's Nita? Yes, the gone. Rogero pupils dilate. Lopera notices for the first time that he has light-colored eyes. His hand weakly clenches and releases and suddenly quickens his pace, leaving Lopera several steps behind.
Hey!
Why now of all times you enter my mind?
No.
My heart will always be open to you, my Nita. It's just that I'm used to seeing you only in dreams.
Nita.
Please, I'm doing something very important now. Stop running, Rogero. Rodrigo. Yes, I will save him, I promise you. What are you doing? Then the aging man bounds over wet rocks and mud like cat-like ease, moving faster than Lopera, who finds herself bogged down and tripped. A gunshot pierces through the air. The gunshot seems close enough to be a warning, but Jiro's pace slows. The girl closes the gap between them, getting near enough to hear Rodrigo's breathless muttering.
No.
Oh no, don't be afraid.
Wait.
Jiro, I think I figured out you're not used to the side effects of these things. It can make you a little... Lopera decides on a method to speed Jiro's recovery, scooping up a handful of water from a muddy puddle. No, that couldn't be a gunshot. Of course it was. This place is very safe, my little birdie. The girl freezes. The muddy water she was about to splash on him seeps out through her fingers.
Of course.
Those that only celebrating the carnival outside. There's no need to be afraid.
Rodrigo!
Yes, I'll go get you a gift from the carnival, but you'll have to promise me one thing. Never leave this room ever, or I'll have to lock you in. You can't go to the carnival, no, you must not leave, not tonight. The remaining mud splashes down onto her foot. Rodrigo. His eyes have grown increasingly cloudy until they become like two indistinguishable pools of grey water, then just as quickly the clouds recede. Peppa, you fell over a bit back there, didn't you? Your hands are all covered in mud. It's nothing. Welcome back to reality. Lopera walks ahead of Rodrigo, leaving him staring at her blankly as if in a trance. Come on now, we're not catching up with him in this mud. We originally planned to buy green propolis in Sao Paulo, but the beehive in front of you will make a worthy substitute. Hello, the swarm! Oh, I don't have any. Okay, steal the honey. You'll always manage to achieve your goals using your arsenal of cunning tricks, even if it costs you some time. Oh! A cup of cold cappuccino. Yep, seen this one before. Take a sip. You regret this impulse act almost immediately, and now you've paid the price. You don't want to see coffee again for a week. Go east then. A broken down old road vehicle sits outside the house. If you can get it running, your journey will be much smoother. Give up. I would take the risky bet of gambling rather than try to fix this. No, close by. Ran out. Off. There we go, good. How's explored? 7 remaining. I'm not gonna pronounce that. Gari. Yeah, I've done it. The shallow water ahead seems infested with mosquitoes of outrageous proportions. They hover across the surface, introducing an audible buzz. This is it. Captain Rogero has very own private lake, Rodrigo.
What?
What's so special about this place? Pinongrios and piranhas aside. See that boat over there? That's the very one I got after I was fired from the soda factory. Something came over me. I wanted to be like that old man on the water to live on that boat, but as you can see, I couldn't handle that kind of freedom.
But,
more importantly, I have a cabin there with a few goodies for us both. Including some submachine guns and a few bulletproof vests. Not cheap trash either, American made. They might be a bit damp, but they should still be functional. How do you get your hands on those? A bitter ripple spreads across Rodrigo's face.
Kid.
That cabin holds Rodrigo's biggest secrets. Some things are best left unknown, little buddy. How many bullets do you have left when sharing a few? Not many. Didn't you pick up any from those rebels? Yes, but I've injured my hand, so I'm not steady with a gun. I'll need a few more to account for my shoddy aim. Just for now, they'll be plenty in the cabin. Fine. Lopera reluctantly grabs a fistful of bullets and shoves them into Rodrigo's hand. Not a small number either, at least 2/3 of what she had left. I'm not that bad a shot. This should be enough for me. Come on, let's walk around the lake. Stay low, who knows if we might run into more rebels. Lead the way. Rodrigo hunches forward, parting the dense underbrush layer by layer. Lopera falls behind in military fashion, scanning for trouble. A pair of eyes, skilled as distinguished insects and fruit species, carefully scrutinize each leaf for hidden threats. Yeah, now just a bird. Oh, an armadillo. Don't see those every day. Despite her casual tone, she maintains a firm grip on her weapon. This time, it is Rodrigo who fires first. Where are they?
Fire!
The bush. Lopera raises her gun, aiming at the waving leaves. Shot rings out quickly, followed by another in quick succession.
God, stop!
Keep going, kid. Aim right where I fired. The hammer clicks empty. Lopera steadily draws a captured pistol containing her barrage, magazine after magazine, until it too is spent.
I'm out of bullets.
Rodrigo keeps firing, the roar of his rifle drowning out Lopera's voice. At last, Rodrigo stops pulling the trigger. Not even a Mangagara could survive that. Let's hope we kill that Mangagara, then I'll check it out. Mapping Garli.
No.
No. There's no time. Let's make our way to the cabin first. We need to stock up in case there's more.
But
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious, man. Look close. Come on. Randomly fired. You can see the enemy. Rodrigo sprints off, seemingly uncaring if any would-be enemies spotting him.
hey,
It forced her to lose all of her bullets? Perhaps the empty cylinder chases after him impatiently. The cabin's interior looks as though the owner left in a hurry and never returned. Not as all the kind of place one would hide valuable weapons and equipment. Yeah, it's like a cabin and then like a creepy freaking place. From another event, Rogero climbs over the room, producing nothing but clouds of dust. I should have come back once in a while to tidy up. This cabinet. Cabinet. Why did I say cabinet? Crash. Ruggiero pulls out a long cold cloth bag from the clutter, then just as quickly crumbles it and stuffs it back. Oh boy, this is no good. Just an old relic from the boat. I was going to use it to store my Cornell novels. Give it up, Ruggiero. We've been searching for close to half an hour. Lopera stands by the window, keeping her eyes on the outside, ready for any potential threat. Nothing. Ruggiero glaze flickers briefly, landing on Lopera before turning back to the clutter.
Kid.
This is bad. Look at what your Mangigari did. Now we're out of ammo. Mangigari. The girl pauses for a long time. Her words come out like a hard bone rising from her stomach, catching in her throat. We've lost Sandra for certain. We've been walking through the rainforest for so long that the mosquitoes eating away at us have changed shifts. It'll be a miracle if we don't catch a fever 3 days from now. If you were to give up, I don't think even the great Admiral Gar will blame you.
You're wrong.
Who said anything about giving up? I'll find this rat, even if it's just his corpse.
How could Sandro be dead?
Ruggiero sighs with contempt. He turns again, his shadowed face now dark, distinct.
You can't take him to Zeno.
I'll take him across the border. Ruggiero words are emotionless, as if starting an agreed upon fact. Dating.
Wait.
You mean you'd leave Brazil?
Hey!
Let's get this straight. After you help me find Sandro and taking him back to Zeno, he has no choice in the matter. Whatever happens after that is none of your business.
But,
It wasn't supposed to be like this. This was supposed to go down easy. Now, with Carlos dead. Ruggiero punches the cabinet, leaving a shallow dent. You know that Zeno is tearing itself apart from within. Who will keep their promises? Who can I trust with Sandro's safety? This little mutiny won't last long. Admiral Abgar will put things right. We'll handle all of these traitors. I can't put my faith in a stranger 1,000 miles away. He's my father. I know what kind of man he is.
Admiral Igor knows what's best.
He'll make the right decision. He always does. Sandro will be the safest under his protection. The right decision? You really think there is such a thing? Ruggiero shrugs, hanging his face. I've never trusted anyone with a chest full of medals. Those things start to blind their eyes. Lopera suddenly steps up to Ruggiero, hand on a gun, looking up at his shadowed eyes. Idiota. You don't know anything about him. Every medal Admiral Igor wears is a mark of honor. Don't speak about my father that way.
Kid.
It's not whether those honors are real that matters. He adopted you, right? How long have you known him? Not 15 years, is it 10? Less than 5? The girl's silence gave Rodrigo's his answer. Just a few short years. What sort of father is that? Have you ever seen the world through his eyes? That world he built with the power he wields.
No.
You haven't, kid, or you wouldn't know old Rodrigo, the reek of fish and sweat. If Igor had ever lifted you above his head, people like me would be nothing but ants to you. Hang onto his boots all you want, but his shoulders are too high. He won't pull you up there. He never will.
Kid.
Maybe you should think about your real father, and then you'll understand what I mean. Understand what? He's a Malapad hero, an evil man. That's the only thing I need to understand. Ujiro remains still, like his dark wall, waiting for the speakers to tell her story. He betrayed everyone who trusted him. He sold them all out to a goddamn fruit company, handed over their plans to their leaders like a good little lapdog. They could have done it. Just one more push and those bastards would have been pushed out of Colombia, bananas and all.
But
then it all fell apart. The shooting echoed through the streets from morning until dark. You know who told me they were victory fireworks for the strikers? Sound familiar, Rodrigo? The man doesn't answer. He faces the wall unspeaking. Then I suppose at least your father never had to work on the plantation again. Never. He dressed like some kind of big boss, sweating through his suit every day, but he still refused to take it off.
But
we couldn't never go home. We were always on the run after that, sleeping with one eye open, afraid. I never understood why people looked at me like I was some pest, why they threw their muddy gallons at us. He moved us far from the city, always in isolated places. How did you find out about all this? The girl's gaze drops to her empty revolver. Nydia told me. You don't need to know who she is. I still don't know how she found me after all those years and so far away.
until that night when she knocked on my window.
I opened it for her, but she didn't come in. I thought I was seeing a ghost. Nydia was a Menisto, skin as dark as cocoa. The night of her face was pale as the moon. Her skinny arms were clinging to my windowsill. She said to me in a hoarse voice, "Lopera, I figured it out. It was your father who betrayed us all." My father? What are you talking about? They're dead, Lopera. My family, my father, mother, brother, and sister dead. But the strike, isn't it successful? No, they knew about it. They shot everyone, chased them through the streets, then buried them like garbage. I saw it. There's yellow leaf banana trees growing over the pit. I'm sick, Lopera, dying, I think. Don't say that, come inside. Never, I won't, not into his house.
Just grab my hand. Come on, Nydia.
I don't hate you, Lopera. I just wanted you to know.
No!
Morbid. Lopera steps back 3 paces from Rodrigo. He doesn't need to say more. A dryness chokes her through the last words. You ever want to see your hometown again? It's gone. Rodrigo, what happened there? You can't go back to that. Maybe you don't understand.
Zeno is my home.
That's enough for me.
Zeno?
Isn't all that happened today showing you Zeno's true colors? The girl remains silent, letting Rodrigo's words fall to the ground. You still think you're the heroes, don't you? There are no heroes in this world, kid. You either live on the water or fight on the shore. On the water there's peace, maddening peace and loneliness, like the old man and his mimosa would note. As soon as you step on the shore, you're at war. To survive, you must become something shameful. Rodrigo is silent for a moment. His thumb rubs over his knife's handle. There's no place left for heroes. I wish I could live on the water, I do. There are those on land I still must care for.
But...
You said your family was all gone. Rodrigo's smile is like a crack in hard leather. Don't you want poor Sandro to escape the chaos of Sao Paulo?
No way.
Why would I care about that? For the first time, Lopera scrutinizes the man before her, wondering if he was bitten by a poisonous snake in the forest.
No entiendo.
Something's been off from the start of this. Why would you be following me all this way? Who is Sandro to you? Confusion and rage erupts from her throat.
And what's your business here anyway?
Rodrigo's dark face is like an iron plate, beaten 100 times. Enough. I'm done with you. I can find him myself.
Sandro will never go with you!
The man roars back. Why do you care about some nobody? What is he to you? Just another goddamn medal from your father, right? When your Admiral ego shows up, my poor Sandro will be paraded around like some trophy, and you'll just use him as a cover to hide the mess you've made. I can't trust your Admiral to protect him, and now I fear, little birdie, that I can't trust you either. You've lost your mind, old man. Rodrigo walks away from the wall and heads for the door.
Don't move!
You need to explain yourself before we leave.
No.
You're not going anywhere, Lieutenant. Rodrigo raises his gun, determined to entrust Lopera's fate to his trembling hand. You. He fires, but the bullet hits nothing but shadows. Lopera effectively raises her gun to return fire, but there is nothing in the chamber to meet the cocked hammer.
Mierda!
You tricked me into wasting my ammo, didn't you?
Kid.
I hate to kill you, so let's just play another game. This time, we'll really let fate decide. Lopera is pinned down by the dark muzzle of his rifle as he retreats out the door. He slams it closed and begins locking it from the outside. The girl rushes to the door as a blind bullet pierces through, severing a few strands of her orange hair. Don't use up all your luck just yet, kid. The bureau voice rattles through the door along with this clinking of rusted chains.
Huh. You think this cage can stop me?
These locks won't hold you for long, little birdie. I know you'll escape.
But,
I'll have Sandro safely away from here long before you do. I wasn't supposed to be like this, kid. Why did Carla send a couple of dumb xenograms? Things would have been so much simpler. I wouldn't have shed a tear over Antonio and Lucas. Open the door.
Lopera, listen to me.
A third bullet pierces the slim wooden door, going grazing across Lopera's clothes and stifling her resistance. I'd had shot Lydia too. By waiting in your father's shoes, I wouldn't have cared who she was or what she wanted.
But,
if there was ever been a chance she might harm my daughter, I wouldn't have let her live.
Nita.
But I'm sorry I do that to you. A rough fist hits the door. The girl slings back his rifle and turns away. Fate let you dodge 3 bullets. You win again, Lopera. May we never meet again. Lopera cups her hands around a bullet hole in the door and shouts, "Where are you taking him?" She presses her ear to the door to hear the footstep pause for a moment and slowly return.
You won't see us again, you hear me? I can't lose him now. He's all I have left.
Wow. Come on, let's get through this before it gets to 6 o'clock. Got like an hour.
Ugh, darn it.
Open this door. I don't need to say that. Good old sound effects. Though it's only a thin bit of wood, her small thing can't make her budge an inch. The force propels her back to the center of the room. Traitor Ruggiero, you lying old jerk, damn you. You were lying to me from the start. In a moment of silence, distant gunshots echo through the air. The gunshots are far from their location. Sandro must have moved further and Ruggiero must be closing in.
Let me think.
There's always a way out. Stay calm, Lopera. I can still find them. A way out, a way out. How do I get out of this? I'm out of bullets, otherwise I shoot the lock out. Lopera falls back on the rough, damp floor, accidentally tipping over her cauldron. Several grey pellets roll out. These ones appear to be darker than before. She picks one up and examines it.
What's going on?
Those smoke bombs in a cauldron react with something else. After pondering for a moment, she gives up on trying to understand, tossing the pellets back into the cauldron.
Ugh, I've never been able to wrap my head around alchemy.
Maybe I can use this thing to make a bomb or something. Lopera scrapes some gunpowder residue out of her gun barrel and adds it to the cauldron. This should make it more explosive. Let's see, what else can I use? A rotten banana peel? I guess it could give things a kick of energy, hopefully. The young alchemist doesn't follow any particular recipe, using her materials by intuition alone. This should do. Hopefully it'll be some kind of bullets or explosives. And it's bound to pack a punch with Bombardier's beetles in the mix. It adds a few drops of blood dripping from a wound on a fire, the doing of a sharp brand during their rainforest trek. Blood, the source of life and strength, that's gonna do the trick. Get boiling pass. It shakes like a toad that swallows a beehive in a single gulp. The self-heating arcing cauldron transforms emerging chills into cannon blurred. For a moment she starts to believe she may actually have the chops to be a professional alchemist. The fluid begins to broil and smoke, getting darker and hotter by the second. Off.
What's going on?
This thing about to explode? It becomes abundantly clear that the cauldron is indeed about to explode. Okay. Welp. Lopera kicks the cauldron towards the door and ducks for cover. There's a dull thud and boom. Distant gunshots echo again. She remembers her father's word. Find Sandro. Low. Para.
Lopera.
Para. I said that. Said it already for me. It be that. No. She's like, she's one tough arcanist. You know, she's taken a bullet before. Some slum kid that gave her on a run for her money once upon a time. She survived then, and she'll survive this time too.
Why?
Why did she come to such a place? Looking for Sandro, I guess.
What?
Sandro? Who's Sandro? Forget it. Need to get out of here. Need to get her out of here.
Copy that.
Major. Sandro.
Look.
Her eyelids twitched. More gunshots. Find Sandro. Find Sandro. Find Sandro.
Sandro.
Sandro, where is he?
My God.
You're awake. Lopera has never seen Major Castan like this, drenched in sweat, eyes bloodshot. How did you find this place? You were lucky, Lieutenant. You weren't far away when we heard the explosion. Explosion? Besides the explosion, did you hear gunshots? There are gunshots everywhere, Lopera. Carlos. I know, he was killed by the mutineers. I don't know how you found out, but that's the long and short of it.
Traitors.
It managed to take the base. They scattered now that we're on the hunt. I was talking about gunshots in the rainforest. I heard gunshots. Constant, distant gunshots. I don't think we heard any gunshots before, just the howling of some wild bears. Just idiota. Wild bears here? Are there no bears in Brazil? Must it be a Mapingari? Mapingari? Lopera regains some energy from her confusing joke. She forces herself back to her feet, taking her blown-up cauldron from the hand of her comrade. Never mind, how many mutineers are there? At least half of our forces in Sao Paulo. They did a number on what was left of us too. It will be difficult to take direct action against them until reinforcement arrives. And now it's attempting to keep them disorganized by harassing their positions. One of our prisoners said the rebels and the Apostles' Brotherhood are meeting at an estate nearby, but we haven't been able to pinpoint the exact location. Lopera stays silent, taking several unidentified pills and swallowing them down with water from her canteen. Lieutenant Lopera, I know what you're thinking, but you can't. You may have a concussion. I'll be fine. If there's anything wrong with me, these pills will cure it.
I have to find Sandro.
Get Sandro. My orders came directly from Admiral Igor. Rescuers exchanges glances. The mention of Admiral Igor forces them to set aside their concerns for now. Admiral Igor? Alright then, we'll find Sandra, but where do we even start? Follow the gunshots and we'll find him. Gunshots? Like that? Okay. Continue to chase the gunshots. West. Under the market, recognize you, starts hawking his trinkets. West. God damn it, I can't ignore it. Southwest. The Foundation gear purchaser seems needs help with struggling with a task. Focusing goal organization, no reason to learn. West. Southwest. Keep going south. In front of tourists strolling in a warm welcome. Jump mother hens teaching her chicks how to fly by pushing her eggs from her branch. They don't smash where they hit the ground, they're good kids. Okay? They're stupid. Sure. And wait patiently, and your legs crisp the hand, and leaves in despair. You find useful items in the empty nest. Well, I can help them. God damn it. I don't have any resources. West. There's a swamp lies ahead, too dangerous for the cruisers. Cross directly. And then so southwest. It's far, so let's just go west again. River pirates gambling on a raft, they are unaware of your presence. Create some chaos. Have a try. Go east. No, I can't go south anymore, so I have to go east. Some food. Has to be east now. Put it back. West, south. South. Well, I do not have that. East, south, south again. An office city. East. Up to the parrot. west. Go this west. Right, 2 more missions. What is this place? Some kind of old estate by the looks of it. The soldiers experienced in jungle warfare crouch low, hiding their forms in the shade of the tall walled structure. The last shots we heard came from somewhere near here, but there are no signs of any battle. While there's no signs of battle, a quick investigation soon reveals that within the estate are a large force of Xeno rebels along with members of the Apostles' Brotherhood. If there was a fight, it could mean that Sandro escaped or he was captured. Well, he's part of the Apostles' Brotherhood, I think this is pretty obvious. And this is the accepted mutineers we interrogated mentioned. There are some oddly dressed people here besides the rebels and apostles. A few strangely dressed individuals sporadically move between the doors of the courtyard, their dark clothes not suited to the Brazilian sun.
Manus vindicte.
Look at all these crates. The wood looks bone dry. These must have been brought in recently. This may be their main base of operations. If so, we have an opportunity to deal a lethal blow to them here and now.
Be careful.
There's someone over there. See that strange black-haired woman? There's claws up there, so look like fashion accessories.
My God.
What is that she's eating? Is that human? Look closer, Major. It's turkey, just an old, dry one. That's one big turkey leg.
So...
What's in God's name? What is going on here? Rebels, the Brotherhood, clawed cultists? It doesn't matter, Xeno can handle them all the same way. A small grey pellet bounces onto Lopera's hand. Take them out first, ask questions later.
Be careful.
I have a feeling that the turkey-eating Mulger will be a toughie. I forgot to change the people. Once put out, I'll handle that woman. What's the lieutenant? Why is there so much smoke? Stuck inside fire! I know, my turkey, please. I'm still starving. Give it up. Don't even think about getting away. My dinner, my meal, it's all gone.
This way, please. Let's go to some trouble brew. Gather round. At your service. A bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic. Ha! My crucible really has a mind of its own. Don't!
On this one.
This way, please. Want to hit the waves? A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you? You're waking. I will be watching you. Go on in.
No damage. Okay, there's the damage. There's the damage.
Don't! Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Gather round. Wait for the pop.
I wonder if hers clash with Tuesdays. It probably does. It's the arsenal.
Room service.
clashes with her ability. So they should not have her together.
Try a little harder next time. Oh please, a simple arcane trick. Ready? Aim.
What is this?
Oh please, a simple arcane trick. I thought it was time for a little mischief. Hold on, psychiatrist at work. Didn't see that coming, did you? Give this a taste. I never miss. Most of the time anyway. Don't!
Oh, she just waits until the thing is done.
Gather round. Want to hit the waves?
Then use her ult.
You're waking.
Come on in, water's fine. Hold my hand.
Come on.
That's what it's all about. Life or death battle and victory.
No, 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 no.
I don't know anything.
I don't know.
Who are you? She lowers her eyes, refusing to answer. Lopera doesn't care. And you're with Manus Vindicte? Yes. And you're going back with the rest of these prisoners. Her head flutters like a banana leaf in a hurricane. Bananas constantly.
Huh?
No, I didn't mean that. Please, I haven't any idea who these people are or why they came to Sao Paulo. I only came out here looking for food, and I say that turkey was utterly revolting. A bizarre and apparently very hungry woman had been a powerful opponent. I don't know, she might be intrigued by her story, true or not, but she had other things on her mind. I need to ask you about a couple of people. Of course. He nods eagerly, desperately. I'm looking for a man named Rodrigo, middle-aged, tan brown skin, wearing a vest. He nods frantically, hoping to trade her answers for freedom. I think I saw him, yes, the large man that came out from the forest. He was with someone else, a young man.
Hmm?
A young man? Could that have been Sandro? I'm afraid I don't know. I didn't know any of them, I swear, I'm not lying. The Brotherhood took the old man and locked him in the basement. The younger man ran away into the forest. I could find him for you. I have an excellent sense of smell, if you do, I do say so myself. Forget about it, girlie. You've got bad news written all over you.
Please, let me go. I'll be glad. I'll never see those bloody Manus Vindicte again.
You don't really think I'm just gonna let you go, right? Sorry, lady. You're going straight to the Xeno lockup until we know what to do with you. Lockup. I told you everything. Please, please, miss. Why can't you just let me go? I don't want to go to jail. I won't. He springs forward, her claws slicing the air or scratching the soldiers holding her back. This wacko cultist is getting out of control.
I'm not in any kind of cult.
Just get her moving. Those arcane restraints have a little time limit. Two soldiers drag the struggling prisoner away to a particular cell on a particular base. Very particularly. Rebels, the Apostles' Brotherhood, and now man is dictated. The complexity of the situation is now far out of hand. But she still has one clear and unequivocal purpose: find Rodrigo, and through him, Sandro. She cannot fail her mission. This must be the basement. Rodrigo lies slumped in a corner, unconscious and covered in blood. Yeah, that's him, Rodrigo. A set of frayed ropes lie around him along with a sharp blood-stained stone. He might be bleeding out. I'll check on him. Major Kajan steps forward to lift his head, checking for signs of life. Whoa. Rodrigo suddenly bolts up, seizing the Major by the throat, then pulling him close to make him a human shield. Kajan. The sharp, bloody stone is pressed up to Kajan's carotid artery as if at the same moment her revolver was pointed to Rodrigo's forehead. Look, he doesn't. Shut up. Drop the gun or Zeno loses another fine officer today. Rodrigo, you have no way out. The hand holding the stone sharp trembles, leaving a red gash on Kajan's neck. What are you even doing here? I told you that you never keep me locked up.
Where is Sandro?
No.
You know I'll never tell. He'll be free of all this soon. Anxiety and desire churn in Lopera's stomach. Her patience is wears thin. One last chance, Rodrigo. Keeping your mouth shut won't help you now. Zeno will find him. Sandro isn't involved in any of this. I'm the one at fault here. He isn't involved?
And Sandro.
He's just a kid. I've had it with your lies. You want to explain why this innocent kid had dealings with the Apostles' Brotherhood? Only because of his idiot father.
Father, do you really think you can play the hero here?
Did you even once stop to think what would become of Sandro after all this?
You're just turning him into another you, a total moron!
A turncoat traitor selling out everyone he knows for a bit of cash. He grows up to be like you in the end, and will be just another con man, always on the run with no a single person that cares whether he lives or dies. I can take Sandro back with me, Zeno can turn him around and teach him what honor means.
Sandro will never go with you!
I'll never let Zeno take him. An army that brutalizes neighborhoods then kills its own officers, and you have the gall to tell me about honor. That's never happening again. Little birdie, once there is a first, there will always come a second and a third. You don't know anything, old man.
No! You're the one who doesn't get it!
I struggled my whole life. Who helped me? Who gave me a damn thing?
Nobody!
Everything I have, my family, my property, I earned it and I'll protect it by any means necessary. I've never killed anyone innocent, I just did what I had to do. You think every one of them would have done the same if they were in my shoes? I'm sorry about your friend, but it wasn't my fault.
Of course I care about you.
Your friend, her name was Nydia. See, I remember. I'm not as uncaring as you might think. You're lying.
No, listen!
Don't say it. Don't open your mouth. Open your mouth. I pray I don't have to hear your voice again today. Damn you, just go to your room.
I'm never setting foot in that room again.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll run away. You can't lock me up. Where will you go? Take one step outside and those brutes will tear you apart.
Nivea, Laura, and their parents. They hated you, not me. I've done nothing wrong.
Is that so? What makes you think you deserve to stand here to live as you do? I should kick you out, send you back to the banana plantations, let you experience the disease and death I took you away from, then you'll see, then you'll behave. No, never.
Don't you think you've got their blood on your hands too?
Nothing like that.
You have no idea what you're doing!
Fine, then I'll stay ignorant.
Lopera!
The Major grabs Rodrigo's falling body by the arms, gently lowering it to the ground. The shot echoes over and over against the cramped stone chamber, their ears ringing. There's nothing pleasant about a bullet grazing your face. It's better than a slit throat, I owe you, Lieutenant. Sorry, I'm glad you're okay. Sanjo is still out there. Are you insane? Kazian shakes Lopera by the shoulders but quickly stops. The girl looks ready to fall apart. Forget it. I don't care about your orders or mine. Don't go after him. Let it go. I'm taking you back to base to recuperate.
But...
the Admiral said. Soldier rushes in, interrupting their conversation. Major, we heard a shot. Is everything okay? I was taken hostage by a prisoner, but Lieutenant Lopera here saved my life. Your aim is still as flawless as ever, Lieutenant. Unfortunately, I have something urgent to report. We found the body of a young man on the perimeter. Seems he died about 10 minutes ago. Gunshot wound. He's self-inflicted.
My God.
This is a dark day. Well. Pretty good. Pretty good prologue to the chapter. Right, last one. The misty canopy of the forest blocks out the scorching tropic sun above, leaving the ground potentially shaded and wet. Major Kajan gently brushes a faintly engraved tombstone. My dear Antosha, who could have thought this day would come? You always said you'd be the second in our class to become Major. Carlos was a malparido, a swine of the worst kind. He put too much faith in brute force. He used xeno bullets and arcanum explosives to get his way, never expecting they could be turned against him. Many of our soldiers here are local recruits. They were taught between their loyalty to their communities and their loyalty to Xeno. Carlos pushed them too far. Did they kill him before he launched the operation? Yes, he never got to give the order. Perhaps that's a good thing. I think we had gone through with it. All of Sao Paulo would have turned against Xeno, not just the Apostles' Brotherhood. I knew that list was fishy from the start. Choice words, Lieutenant, but I also found concrete evidence in Carlos's files. The informant was a retired veteran from Rio, Ruggiero. It was him. Immersed in his story, the Major doesn't take notice of Lopera's shot.
That's right.
I suspect he fabricated the entire list. Like you said, they were all just ordinary people. Some might have had occasional dealings with the gangs, but you know how it is in Sao Paulo. Such situations are hard for the common folk to avoid. You can only imagine the hell we could have unleashed if we had gone after them. As for asking Xeno to retrieve Sandra from the Brotherhood, I guess that was his condition for acting as an informant. But Xeno would have eventually found out he had given them false information. Why would Rogero risk himself like that? I guess he had hoped that Sandra would be free and clear before we found out a man like Rogero could get away from this place 1,000 different ways. If I were to speculate on his actions from a more negative perspective, Zion cast an apologetic look Power's way. I wager he was just using you to snatch Sandra from the Brotherhood's grasp, and he'd have shot you in the back of the head on the way back. I guess you were too smart for that, though. Bang. Then Ruggiero and Sandra would have disappeared forever into the rainforest. The humidity rises to a suffocating level. They don't hear the approaching. Oh. Major Kashan, Lieutenant. Admiral. The Major raises a perfectly drilled salute among the tombstones. Grey eyebrows, grey blue eyes, and grey brown tombstones amid these. The grill, who usually burns with a fiery glow, seems almost dimmed. The old Admiral bows his head in mourning. Major Cousin quietly steps away. Lopera breaks their silence.
Father.
It was good of you to come to Sao Paulo. She remembered the day, the moment that a fully armed transport helicopter landed with exact precision on the base's helipad. Lines of loyal Xeno soldiers in formation saluting up towards the hatch with reverence. I haven't had time to talk with you since coming to Sao Paulo. Our late General Carlos left me in a mire worse than any Brazilian swamp. We must start over. Sao Paulo's garrison will be created with my own personal guard. This should simplify matters. Lopera doesn't think too much about the details. Her father's military wisdom and character stands unquestionable in her mind. And she has a long way to go before she can match her father in any of these respects, especially with another mission all failed. Spit it out. I didn't bring Sandra back. I failed my mission. Sandra? He speaks the name dryly, clears It clearly holds no significance to him. You misunderstood your orders. When you reported to me over whatever the device was, I ordered you to return to base, not to find Sandra. You didn't want me to find him? The Admiral doesn't reply to her, offering only a raise of his grey brow. You were with Rodrigo then, yes? Allow me to tell you about this man. While deployed in Rio against the cartels, he failed a crucial mission. His identity was exposed, and as a result, his children were kidnapped. They demanded the names of his fellow operatives. He traded them a list for his son, Sandro. Something happened. Their deal fell through, and his daughter was killed. And his fellow operatives?
A total bloody tragedy. Like hell.
They were massacred, and I told there wasn't enough left for him for identification. He decided to just post and quietly left his way to Sao Paulo. Took the boy with him, hid him away. It is a pity he died. He might have been a valuable witness. The thick, humid mist fills Lopera's lungs, stifling her words. Admiral turns away from the rows of tombstones, his demeanor coveting in a way strange and unfamiliar to them both. It was a necessity of war. You had to protect your comrades. A warrior, impulsive nature clouds your judgment, yet on that day when you had the choice to kill your father, you chose wisely. Self-control, Lopera. This is what I expect from you. I'll try to control myself. Her father's hand falls on her shoulder, brushing away her despair like dust. For an Arcanist, it is a long and bitter road. But for a soldier, it's nothing. A soldier's career is spent making up for their own failures. Failure is expected, but one's legacy may be decided in only a few key victories. In Manus Vindicte, base destroyed, valuable prisoners captured, and supplies seized. Each of these victories will aid us in our future operations.
I've always been proud of you, Lopera.
Hot tears well up in her eyes, but she holds them back stiffly. At most, she lets out a sniffle. You are to remain on base for the next few days. Rest and wait for the timekeeper to arrive in Sao Paulo. Perhaps you might make some new friends.
Father.
What is it? You'll set things right in Sao Paulo, won't you? Probably not. On the chapter, I won't let those who trample on our loyalty and honor go unpunished. I guess he does that. Dino is a great and indestructible army. Your unbreakable family.
I will never betray this army or my children.
That's a lie. The Admiral scrapes the leaf off his boot against a dew-coated rock.
I trust you, Father.
Well, Lopera looks up and is able to see her father's towering shoulders. Well, based upon the other chapter, maybe past the film. Yeah, I won't bother be doing that on stream. That's done. I just wanted to do the event. It was a good event. The prologue to the chapter, and yeah, really touching situations. Anyway, that's it. I need to quickly make food before my partner arrives. Bye. Goodbye. Thank you if you want to bother watching these weird events. Maybe I should have name the events so then people can actually look back upon finding them to see a voiced thing, because all I'm doing is saying like the event, but I'm not saying what the event is. But yeah, I'll probably like edit the titles. Bye!